Greetings, 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 peace, love, harmony, and light. Another video. Brothers and sisters, what the deal is. So allow me to say, giving thanks and praise to the Great Spirit, acknowledging the Great Spirit, giving thanks to my ancestors, my spiritual parents. I am so thankful, for the guidance and protection and the insight and the vision. I am honored. So, Halito, Osio, Sakpase, Sakafet, Mabrikwa, Shalom, Ola. What the deal is once again. Go on. Let's get into this. So right now I'm in Louisiana, doing some work, building, connecting. Like as you guys know, I'm not into all the negativity. I'm just here to do the work of my ancestors, and that's what it is. You feel me? Let all the naysayers and the haters, let them talk, because that's all they're going to do. I'm here doing real things. So with that being said, I know there's a lot of haters and a lot of negativity and scandals and propaganda that's going around. I'm going to address that in my own time. Not when people want me to. I'll deal with that in my own time. Right now, the ancestors got me doing things that's of more significance than dealing with people that's not even in my class. Or feel me, I'm not going to cast my pearls to swine. So I'm going to leave it as that. I got real work to do. All right. So, like I said, I'm in Louisiana. Earlier today, I went to Alexandria, and a lot of rich history. So me and one of my brothers, we went to Poverty Point, and the experience was just so amazing. You know what I mean? And the way the ancestors work, I can't make these things up, because we actually went with the intentions of going to one of the mounds, right? But when we went, for some reason, we went into the office, and we asked questions, and the lady was like, well, do you know there's another mound? We was like, no. So we took it upon ourselves. We was like, okay, you know what? Nah, we're not gonna go to that mound A or whatever it is. She was like, there's another mound like 14 miles away. You know what I mean? So we was like, let's just go to that one. But once again, that was just the ancestors working. Okay, so when we got to the mound, we was actually gonna walk to the mound. But then there was a sign that says, well, if you're going to drive through, you got to pay $4. So I was like, well, we're not driving. We're going to be walking. So, but anyway, the spirit was like, turn back and just go to the office and just pay the $4, right? Just support. Man, like I said, I cannot make this up. So once again, I'm just going to say, give thanks to my ancestors, right? So went into it's like a museum, right? And they had when you go into this mound areas or this historical parks, they have presentations of videos that tells about the story of the mound and the people, right? So there was this Caucasian, lady at the front desk. I mean, she was excited because she's been there all day and nobody showed up. So we were the only ones. Of course, I'm there in my indigenous attire, my feathers and everything. And she was like, well, you guys going to see the mound. Why don't you look at the short film? I was like, nah, we're going to go to the mound. She was like, you sure? I think you should check it out. So I was like, okay. The spirit was like, hey, chief, you know what? It's cool. Fine. So me and my brother, we looked at the short film. So it was playing. Then I was like, you know what, baby, I should read. So she came in. She was like, you know what? Hey, you guys could record it, put it on Facebook. Let people know about it, because a lot of people don't come here. So I was like, cool, great. So I'm going to show you 2 recordings, right? The first recording is of the movie, so to speak, or the short film about Poverty Point, right? And about the people that were there. Of course, you're going to see native looking people, but pay attention and listen. All right. This is for educational purposes, so that our people know our story and a lot of our history. Okay. So while you're looking at it, envision the indigenous people or the American Indians looking like us and not these natives, because they have changed that. All right. But what happened was so interesting. But like I said, enjoy the first part of it. But the second half of the video is when we went on the other side, they had some artifacts. So the Caucasian lady came and she was like, well, hey, once again, hey, this is that, and you could record and do all that. So, I was already recording, that movie in the, from the first part of the museum. But when we came into the parts with the artifacts, she was like, hey, why you might as well, record it as well. So, always moving in the spirit, right? So I'm videotaping, looking at some artifacts, and I'm listening to her, letting her talk. But at that time now, I'm already, in sync and in tune with my ancestors, because whenever I travel and I go into these places, I do like a little, ritual to have them take over my vessel and let them be the words. Okay. So I did that. And then all of a sudden, my hands went up. Okay. And I was like, well, how is that? These people, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, you'll see it for yourself. But once again, I always get them to tell the truth. And I gotta be 100. I gotta keep it 100. The Caucasian lady that's working there, she don't know. She didn't know. So once again, people are not taught the truth. And they are working in a place where they are being programmed to think one thing. All right. To think one thing. So it's all about education. So she did say that I could record, but the only thing is she didn't want me to put her face, but her voice is recorded. So I'm asking questions and she was dropping some jewels, telling the truth. But when she realized what was going on, okay, when she did catch herself and she realized what was going on, all of a sudden she ran away after a while and she got scared. Okay. And I was like, nah, don't go. It's cool. I'm not recording your face. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, I hope you're not recording it. I say, nah, I'm not recording you, meaning that I'm not recording your face, because it was already established that it's okay for me to record you. Okay. So you will hear that, you know what I mean? But pay attention, because I always get them to tell the truth. Okay. And then she said it with her own mouth. The people that you see are not the original people. They don't even know who the original people are, so they assume that's the original people. But you're gonna hear it for yourself. All right. So when all that was said and done, okay, she was so afraid and scared that she said something she wasn't supposed to, that she would get in trouble. I went to her, okay, and man, it was just it was a spiritual interaction. Because I know it was the ancestors working through me. Okay. So I put the phone down. I said, listen, I'm not recording anymore. Okay. I'm not recording. And she started apologizing. Like, she was so scared. She started apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean no disrespect. And this and that. So she didn't know. So when I started to explain things to her, brothers and sisters, the woman got so emotional. Tears literally almost came out her eyes because she didn't know. By the time I left the museum, the woman was shaking my hand. She apologized for what happened to my ancestors. I mean, literally, I felt the sincerity in her voice, in her heart, in her actions. And it was like she was in her mind just probably asking for some type of forgiveness. I don't know what it was, but she said, I'm sorry. Whether she was sorry for, the information not being told the truth or whatever, or maybe she thought in her mind, damn, my ancestors did. I don't know what she was thinking. You see what I'm saying? But it was such a great dialogue and such a beautiful conversation. And it was really a sincere moment. And I felt my ancestors rejoicing. So she was like, well, why don't you guys come back sometime and go to the archaeological department and challenge, what's being displayed. And I'm like, yes, trust me, we are going to. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter, she was so afraid and she was so scared that she was going to get in trouble, because she kind of just said that. She didn't realize that, I was going to probe, respectfully and ask things to let her tell the truth. But she didn't realize that she was in a trance. She didn't realize that she was in a trance or under a spell to tell the truth. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what I do. Whenever I go into these places, I do my little ritual and summon my ancestors. I evoke the spirit of my ancestors to put them into trance. They don't realize that. And that's some powers that we have. But again, you have to be one of the righteous ones to be able to do this thing. So I tell people, when they come up against me talking and trying to defame me and degrade me and take away my credibility, they can't do that. They could only try. All right. My ancestors know who I am. I know who I am. And I'm here doing this for real. So with that being said, enjoy the video. You will definitely see and hear what I'm talking about. So but once again, just to reiterate, a lot of these people don't know the truth. They don't know. They're just doing a job that they will put in place to do. You see what I'm saying? So Louisiana is beautiful. You know what I mean? So I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, I'm here to do some work. So just to let y'all know, I'm here doing some real things while people are on the internet defaming people and degrading people and cursing people out and scandalizing people's names. That's not part of my nature. I am here to do a job. I'm here to serve a purpose. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm always going to keep it on a high frequency because these people are beneath me. All right. They're not even worth me mentioning their names. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't have to defend myself to anybody because I know what I'm here for and I'm doing the right thing. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy the video. And like I said, man, enjoy it. Enjoy it because today was a great day, like every other day. All right. So this is your brother, man, Chief Kalinago. Once again, for those of you who appreciate what I do, if you want to support the channel, hit the Cash App link below and support it. We got a lot of work to do. All right. And there are a lot of great things coming in 2020. In fact, the first month of January of 2020, supposedly January, this is, we have a lot of great things that we're going to unfold. All right. So it's pretty much the foundation is set. Just right now putting the details together so that when we launch these things, that you would know that this is for you. And all this hard work that I'm doing is for my people. All right. So once again, I thank you. And for those of you who are continuing to stay positive, all right, and all these people that's coming with the negativity, that's on you. You put them in check. You see what I'm saying? Because we got too much work to do. But people are going to be people. So just let them be. All right. I'm on a whole different plateau, a whole different level with this. So I'm going to continue to do what it takes to build my people, to liberate my people, to enlighten my people. That's my passion. That's my purpose. And that's all I'm here for. So I'm just going to keep it as that. So enjoy the video and hey, hit the like button. Go ahead and share it. But you'll hear exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Peace and love. I'm out.
Poverty Point was indeed an ancient city. This site was made famous when archaeologists discovered a series of 5 man-made mounds and 6 semi-elliptical ridges that had been built out of the soil thousands of years earlier. American Indian monuments that had altered the very topography of Poverty Point. The purpose and significance of Indian mounds vary from culture to culture.
We don't know what was in the minds of the people who built the mounds, but what we can say something about is their potential impact on the people. So the mounds may have signaled to other groups that it was a place of power and wealth.
A 6th mound was added later by a culture roughly 1,800 years after the first 5 were built. The people also constructed a central open area called the plaza for large gatherings and public activities. Here, archaeologists found evidence of holes arranged in large rings. Researchers believe these holes once held big wooden posts.
I think at this point archaeologists do not have any good ideas what the rings of posts were used for. But they may have been used by the community members in connection with social or ceremonial events.
The largest mound of the site, known as Mound A, is the biggest Indian mound of the time period and one of the largest mounds throughout all of North America. In fact, It was not surpassed in size until about 2,200 years after it was built.
Scientists estimate that the construction of this ancient site was a long-term but not continuous project, with monuments being added over a span of several hundred years.
There is also evidence that the landscape was altered, leveled, and raised in certain places prior to the construction of the mounds and ridges. In order to build these earthworks, workers had to shift more than 50 million cubic feet of dirt by hand. A task they performed using woven baskets and animal hide bags. To put that into perspective, 1 cubic foot of dirt could weigh up to 100 pounds, and each load contained about 50 pounds of earth. That means, in order to accomplish such an endeavor, workers hauled nearly 100 million baskets of soil around the site. This archaeological site is considered unique because of the scale and design of its constructions. Hunter-gatherers are typically thought of as groups of nomads who are historically known for maintaining a simple lifestyle and migrating frequently. Here, however, they not only settled in one place for centuries, they also displayed landscape engineering capabilities, far more sophisticated than had ever been documented for such a community.
We know at Poverty Point that mounds E, A, and B are more or less in a straight line. That is, if you take a line through the centers of each of those, they line up, and that line points almost due true north. That is the only alignment that we can be confident of at the site. The other mounds, we don't know yet how they're aligned or how they relate spatially to the other mounds.
They challenged the cultural norm, taking on a lifestyle that was more characteristic of agricultural societies, which often show greater organization and effort placed in public construction projects. It is believed that the people lived on the ridges at Poverty Point for nearly 400 years, from the beginning of their construction until the site was abandoned. Residents sustained themselves on the bountiful landscape that surrounded them, fishing, hunting animals such as deer and duck, and foraging for fruits, nuts, and other wild foods. Natural resources also provided these American Indians with the necessary materials to ensure their survival. The community used these resources to build homes and fashion tools for hunting and other tasks. Stone, however, was not available in the Poverty Point vicinity. So, in order to meet the resource needs of their community, the people of Poverty Point established trading networks using the rivers and trails that stretched across the Midwestern and Southern United States, allowing them to import nearly 80 tons of stone from incredible distances, some as far as Alabama, Georgia, and Iowa, hundreds of miles away. Once again, the community at Poverty Point displayed unusually sophisticated techniques for a hunter-gatherer culture. The domestic skills of Poverty Point's residents are evident through a variety of stone tools, beautiful jewelry, and decorative items that were unearthed at the site.
Hunting tools such as spearheads and spear thrower or atlatl weights allowed people to increase the accuracy and effectiveness of their hunting techniques, while plummets or net weights would have improved their fishing capabilities.
They paid special attention to detail when it came to symbolic artwork and jewelry they produced. The collections of artifacts recovered from the site include stone pendants, beads, detailed clay figurines, pipes, and decorative items. The American Indians of Northeast Louisiana displayed incredible capabilities for their time, far beyond those necessary for basic survival. And they transformed Poverty Point into a rich landscape, both visually and culturally. It was for these reasons and more that in June 2014, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization's World Heritage Committee named Poverty Point to its list of World Heritage Sites. Earning this designation is an honorable achievement that not only recognizes Louisiana's strong sense of preservation, but one that indicates the cultural and historical significance of Poverty Point on a global scale. Louisiana is proud that the achievements of this ancient American Indian community have been so recognized. A number of contributing factors led to this selection of Poverty Point as a World Heritage Site. The site's hunter-gatherer society displayed a level of unprecedented cultural development, which is evident through its advanced trading network, the design of the landscape, and the construction of the monuments. The site has also been well preserved, maintained, and protected from modern intrusions and other threats. All historical aspects of Poverty Point are original works of the ancient American Indians. No reconstruction has ever taken place. This level of preservation, combined with the interpretive and educational programming that is made readily available to the public, were also driving forces behind the World Heritage selection process. Poverty Point has earned a number of national recognitions within the United States as well. The property is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, and has been named a National Historic Landmark, a National Monument, and a Smithsonian affiliate. Earning such prestigious distinctions is not only recognition of Louisiana's strong sense of preservation, but a testament to the hard work and determination of the people of Northeast Louisiana. The Poverty Point Museum houses a diverse collection of exhibits, all of which showcase the unique and historical aspects of the region's American Indian culture. Get an up-close look at a comprehensive collection of native artifacts that were discovered during archaeological research. View timelines of Poverty Point's history and read in-depth informational materials that discuss the area's ancient residents in more detail. Poverty Point also contains a wealth of learning activities to enjoy, from guided hikes to hands-on workshops. Park rangers regularly host live demonstrations of ancient American Indian activities and survival techniques, including flint knapping, the natives' method of crafting stone tools, spear throwing with an atalao, and ancient cooking techniques such as using an earth oven. The park offers many ways to explore the site. Guided tram tours give a great introduction to the park. Self-guided vehicle tours are also available on the site's 2-mile paved trail, and visitors are welcome to request a hiking brochure to direct them on the various pathways that wind through the area. Thousands of years ago, this site was transformed by an amazing feat of human achievement. Through immense effort and dedication, the American Indians of Northeast Louisiana created a unique, monumental landscape, and we're proud to call Poverty Point a World Heritage Site. Welcome to the monumental earthworks of Poverty Point.
New Orleans is like, you ever seen that causeway when you're going into New Orleans off the 12? Poncha train.
Okay.
That's how far down
Yeah.
south that's. Marshall. I think that's down south, isn't it? I think Marshall was. Yeah.
There's more over here. You also have all your Poverty Point objects in the back of pottery, clay figures, atlatls for pits, and also it shows where the actual stone came from.
Yeah.
So feel free.
Thank you again.
Yeah. So, quick question, right? If you don't mind, right? I mean, I see they have these people here, right? If these people are not the original people, then why are they showing these people?
They don't know.
They don't know what?
They don't know exactly who. I think this is what they're going by. They're not sure as far as who. So
they don't know who the original people are.
Correct.
So if they don't know, then how do they assume that this is what they look like?
Just by what they have found. I know.
Because my thing is this, right? If I find like some rocks, right, and I find some artifacts, how do I determine that these people did the artifacts when the truth of the matter is I'm the original one?
That's a good question.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
That's a
how
good
can't you
question.
assume like, and that's my thing, because we are the original people of the land. They didn't look like this.
Yeah.
But for you to just say, even if you don't know, I'm going to assume that they look like this. You see what I'm saying? So I'm glad you mentioned that, because if you don't know, well, why make the assumption? And that's why I came out to see what's what, because I like to question these things, because I know my ancestors have always been here. You know, I mean, we didn't come here, we have always been here, but yet still, when you have the museums, you show the people looking like the natives. You see, we are not natives. There's a difference. We are American Indians. They are natives, because all native means is to be born. American Indian means to be an aboriginal. So what you do, you've wiped out the face of the American Indians and say, well, you know what, we're going to assume the natives did that. But yet still the natives will tell you, hey, we don't know who built the mounds. So why give them the credit? I mean, no, it's okay. You can speak up. No, we're not seeing your face. It's all right. I mean, we about, so my thing is to tell the truth. You see what I'm saying? No, it's okay. I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot. So, I mean, I'm not recording you though. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I get it. I get it. You can't say too much. But thanks for pointing that information out. I appreciate it. All right. But anyway, as y'all can see, man, we're at Poverty Point, and like we said, hey, they don't know, right? You don't know. I'm pointing out this picture right here. And the young lady that works here, she could only say so much, because I could see the reaction in her face when I'm talking about it, because she can't say too much. I guess she got her work and her job to protect, and I respect that. But my thing is, you heard it with her own mouth. Like, they don't know what the people look like, but based on the artifacts, you're assuming that this is what the people look like. So once again, like I keep telling y'all, as a people, we have to step up and question this. We have to question these things. We can't just allow history to be told, right, without questioning his story. Because if his story is not questioned, then it remains as truth. So we have to step to these natives and let them prove that they are who they say they are, because they are not. And that's why I like to challenge these things. And as you could hear it, I mean, I didn't want to record the young lady's face because she's working, and I don't want to get her in trouble. However, you heard it for yourself. Well, we don't know what they look like, but based on the artifacts, we assume that it's them. How can you make an assumption? Look at this right here, right? Those are rocks, right? You have clinker, you have petrified wood, you have talc, you have shale, you have channel coal, fluorite, all these different stones, right? How can you assume by looking at stones that the people, that build these mounds, they look like these people? You see what I'm saying? But once again, you heard it. Well, we don't know. We assume that this is what they look like. We can't go based on assumption, and that's what's being done to our people. All right. So I like to point that out. All right.